This is the tutorial video for brokers and staff on how to print the forms 1099 and 1096 directly from your Irs Brokers account. What you need to do is just click on the report icon and then go to the last option that says 1099 NEC and 1096 printing. Once you click here, you have this screen open where you have to select the year you want to print 1099 and 1096. In this case, let's say it's going to be 2021. So immediately you get this screen where you have all the payments you have processed in the system throughout the selected year, which in this case, again, is 2021 for the agents and also for the referral and other payees. So all of this is automatically displayed, the amounts and all the information that you have here, which is in the agent's profile. So if you want to change anything on the agent's name, tax ID number, or address up to the zip code, what you have to do is either go to the agent's profile or click on the name of the desired recipient to change anything on this agent. The amounts cannot be changed here. If you want to change any amount, you have to go to the transaction level because these amounts are the total amounts paid throughout the year to each recipient. So it could be 1, 2, or more transactions involved in this amount. So what you have to do, if this number sounds wrong to you, is go to the commission paid to agents report, find this agent in the year 2021, and you will see the detail of this amount and each amount paid for each transaction, which is totaling this amount here. If you have processed correctly the commission screen of each transaction throughout the year, all the amounts in this column should be right. And this section here is what you have paid to the referral and other payees, which is also in the transaction commission screen. So if you have added correctly on each transaction commission screen the referral and other payees amounts, the amounts on this column should be perfect. Again, you can change the name and all of the information up to the zip code, the address, and the tax ID number by clicking on the name. But if you want to change the amounts, same thing. You have to go to the transaction level. And to do that in this type of recipients, referral and other payees, you should go to the report up here, referral and other payees, where you're going to find detail of these amounts here for you to make sure they are correct, or in case you need to make any change. If you pay less than $600 to any payee throughout the year, you don't need to generate any 1099 for that payee, so it's not going to be here. Don't worry, if you see something in the report that is not here, it is because that payee should have less than $600 paid throughout the year selected here. Also, if you need to add any additional 1099 for any recipient, you may add it here. You add all the information of that recipient manually here up to the amount in this case, and you click on the plus sign to add the recipient. When you need to print them, if you want to print all of them, you check on the all box and you have all selected. If you print them all and for any reason you realize that this one is not correct and you correct this one by clicking this one only, you can print this recipient 1099 only. Whenever you see this red, you have to click because you have made changes, and in order to make the change permanent, you have to click on this save button here. In order to print them, you have to buy the 1099 forms and the 1096 and insert them in your printer to print on the original. So all the information that you see here is going to be printed on the original. If you want to see the preview on how this is going to look, let's say I'm going to select all of them and I want to see how the 1096 looks. You can click here on the preview button. You will see how the 1096 will look like. It is important that you understand that this is a draft. This is not to be printed as it says here. This is just a draft for you to see how the 1096 is going to look when you print the information on the original form that you are going to insert in the printer. This is exactly the way it is going to look. A recipients, this amount, tax ID number of the company, address, and all of that. If you want to see the 1099A of this 8 selected, you click on the preview, and this is the way it is going to be printed. Notice that there are 3 per page. All the information, company, recipient, amount paid to the recipient, and all of that is going to be printed this way. You can also click on the preview for the 1099B, which is the copy that goes to the recipients. This is the recipient's copy, copy B, and you're going to be able to print this in your printer on the forms that you are going to insert in the printer. Notice that when you click here, you're ready to print. The system is going to tell you how many forms you have to insert in your printer. In this case, 3 forms, because you have 8 recipients selected. You need 3 forms to print the 8 of them. And that's going to happen if you click here as well. And that's going to happen if you click here as well. Insert the 1096 form. If you want to learn a little bit more about the IRS requirements for the 1099 NEC and 1096 preparation, you have the basics here, but you can also search for more information in the IRS website or any other source of information you deem necessary. If you click here where it says IRS requirements, you're going to see the basic IRS requirements for this, which we suggest you to read. Again, what you have to do is throughout the year, make sure the commission screen of each transaction is correctly and completely processed. If you need to change any payer's information here, in case you want to change something here, you can click on the company profile and change whatever information you want to change here. This is the option for you to print the 1099 and the 1096 directly from your Wiser Broker account.